Hello and welcome to Expedition 19 Corvette, the fourth expedition of this year's Redux, or this holiday season's Reduxes, and we are on to phase 4. I am now visiting the space station to get Resist 4, so I've travelled quite a distance to get this, and I've also had to get another hyperdrive upgrade. I got an A class in one of the systems just to make my warp drive that little bit much better, and to make it less jumps to get there. It took me 3 jumps to get here. It was quite a distance indeed. We got Resist 4, then we got Corvette Shielding Modules Pack and Starship Inventory times 3. So we will put those into... It doesn't seem like I can put them into tech. We've probably done all of that because of the class of the Corvette, which I'm not going to upgrade because it will cost me a bunch of nanites to do so. As part of the next milestone, then we need to fit our shields, so that should be relatively easy. The shields that we got anyway. Let's have a look at where we can put them. I'm going to think about putting these in different areas, and then I'll come back to you. So there you go, we got advanced defend there, and that will give us a bunch more weapons pack. So Corvette weapons modules pack and Starship inventory slot times 2. So we are going to put those into there as well. And if we head back into our Corvette workshop, modify our Corvette here, you can see that I've changed the colour to this sort of metallic black, and I've added those 2 shields there. So now what we need to do is put in those other weapons. So we've got this like torpedo one here, which we can stick onto the side. Might actually be worth moving you back and putting you here at the front. Then we've got the phase beam as well, so we can put you on somewhere. There you go, something like that. Just a bit of a massive hunk of junk with loads of stuff on it, and we should now have... There you go, advanced destroy. We've got Walker Brain out of that, Starship inventory slot times 1 this time, and conflict scanner plans, which are going to be very important. We need a wiring loom, which we do have enough money to get. So let's head to the Galactic Trade Terminal, and we need a wiring loom. They're 66,000 each. So now we can fit in our conflict scanner. I'm going to get... Oh, God. What am I going to take out of here? Let's just put you there for now, and we'll put our conflict scanner in. Now, our conflict scanner is going to allow us to find a pirate system, which is one of the milestones. We need to visit a pirate system. If we have a look at our expedition here, we're already cruising through phase 4. We do need to fall for 40 seconds from a Corvette, find the pirate system as I mentioned, and then sell or smuggle contraband units and engage the emergency warp unit as well. What we've done is we've stepped onto this space station, so we can always come back here now. So that's something that we need to remember, because when we use the emergency warp unit, it will warp us some random place, and we'll need to get to Resist 5, so we will have to be aware of that. What we'll do is we'll head to this one here, this planet, and we'll do the jump out of your Corvette for 40 seconds. We need to be high in the atmosphere for this. So here we are. Can we jump out of the Corvette from here? 40 seconds. That's a long old jump, that is. Open the hatch. Will we float out or will we fall out? That is the question. Oh, we are falling. There you go. Stardiving. And there we go. We got it way before we got down to the ground. Now if we summon in, we can't summon him in. We're just going to have to fall and then summon it in later. I think there's actually an NPC starship stuck there. It was sort of going underneath us and then it got stuck, I think. Look at it. It's a hauler stuck in that weird thing. Can we help get it out? I don't think we can. I think it's stuck. We want to make sure that we do not die here. So let's use our jetpack to make sure we don't fall too far. There you go. Lovely. And yeah, look, it's stuck in there and I can't get it out. Oh no, it's got itself out. There you go. Well done. Right, let's bring in our Corvette, grab Stardiving reward, which is rocket boots, plans, and collection of decals. And next on the list then is to visit a pirate system. To visit a pirate system then, we fitted our conflict scanner, which we're going to need to do. We can then go into the galaxy map. Now the conflict scanner will show us specific information about a system. So if we go to, say, this one here, and we can open it up by pressing Y on my controller, you can see here it says Dissonant Gek. The conflict is Gentile. What we are looking for is this one here. Corvax, pirate controlled. That is what the conflict scanner will help us find, and this is what we want. It's not too far away either, is it? So let's visit this pirate system. And here we are. All we had to do was come into the system to get off the radar, which is nice and easy, and that is emergency warp unit plans and starship inventory slots ×1. So we'll put that there. Now to fit the emergency scanner plans, we can put that there. What do we need to do it? Emergency warp unit, sorry. We need some gold, so we need 220 gold. I've only got 106. Gold can be found in these asteroids. We can buy it from a space station as well, and it can be found on various planets. If we go into our discoveries, there might even be some on any of these planets. There you go. This bladed one has gold on it. So we could go there and get the gold, or we could just farm these asteroids for gold, which I'm going to try and do. We have enough gold. In goes the emergency warp unit, ready to complete the next milestone after we smuggle some contraband. So what we need to do is head to the outlaw station, because we're going to need to buy some smuggled contraband. At least 110,000 units. One thing about outlaw systems is that they don't have the teleporter here for your Corvette. So you do just have to run down here. There's lots and lots of things you can do in an outlaw system. I have a whole video about it. If you want to go check that out, if you don't know everything about them, or you just want to see if there's something you don't know, or you know, you just want to watch the video in general. So what we're going to do is head to the where is he? The contraband agent. What's he called? This guy. He is called the contraband agent. So I was correct. And we're going to have a look at some contraband that we need to sell. So we've got some stolen samples here, some gra. If we go for 2 gra, that'll be enough. Let's go for 3. And then we should be able to sell them then in another system. Smuggle black market goods. Let's just make sure I'll log that we're doing the right thing here. Locate a black market shipping agent with an outlaw system controlled station. Outlaw systems can be identified on the galaxy map. Once required, sell the contraband at any trade interface within regulated space for a significant profit. So we should be okay here. Now let's go and see if we can find another system that we can use to sell it in. We should be able to very easily. So let's go on to Fast Scramble and see if we can use our emergency warp unit first. So we've got our emergency warp unit milestone selected. Let's go here and see if it works for us. Yep, we went straight into a fight. We go down into our utilities. I press down on the D-pad to get into that. Across the utilities and emergency warp, and it will just emergency warp for us. The problem with this is that we don't know where it's taking us. So it could take us quite far away. It would normally tell us how many light years we've travelled. We have travelled a lot by the looks of things. However, let's go into the space station and sell our contraband. So if we get our milestone rewards here, we get Corvette hull modules pack, which is nice. We can expand our Corvette even more if we want. And now what we need to do is sell our gra. Let's go to sell, and we should have gra here. Yep, plus 161.7% for all 3. So we sell those, and then we get under their noses. We sold some smuggled goods, and that will give us an unearthed treasure ×3, aquatic treasure ×3, and inventory slots ×5, which is lovely. And look, these treasures are worth some units, but not loads and loads. Enough to sell or keep for, I don't know, for whatever reason you want to. And now we can collect phase 4, which is Deadeye Cannon plans, and we get a Deadeye Cannon as well, which is one of the main rewards for this expedition, which is a fantastic piece of customization for your Corvette, in my opinion. I really like the look of it. So that is all of phase 4, apart from the optional milestone, which I said I wasn't going to do, completed. What I just want to show is that we go back now to the previous system. Rendezvous 4 is where I want to head back to, because I'm going to go from there to Rendezvous Point 5. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Hopefully it's helped you out. Like and subscribe and all that good stuff. It really does help the channel out. Hopefully I'll see you in phase 5. Bye bye. Take care.